guys, it's Timmy, and today we're here with another reaction video. We reacted to Remember David. He's facing the death penalty now. So yeah, let's get into it.
The David case was a story that took the internet by storm because almost overnight, a rising music artist who seemed like he had everything going for him was suddenly connected to one of the most disturbing cases the internet hadn't seen in years. And what made everything even more confusing was that David didn't really have the kind of public image that people expected a story like this from. He wasn't constantly in drama, he wasn't known for being reckless online, and for most people, he was just another artist who came from the internet, blew up fast, and seemed like he was only going to get bigger. Because before he was a real musical artist, David was just trying to become a Fortnite YouTuber. Back then, before all of the fames and crimes we're going to talk about,
Hold on, this dude, he used to play Fortnite? He used to be a Fortnite creator, bro? Yep, and then this dude just, let me stop.
David started out uploading Fortnite videos. On his David Gaming channel, he would start out posting Fortnite clips and building edits and montages in hopes of becoming the next big gaming creator.
So basically, I played Fortnite from 2017 to 2021. I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different type of games to try to become like the biggest next thing, streamer, Kai Cenat, everything.
But while he was in this stage of
What is, hold on, what is this? But, yeah, he was not gonna become the next guy, though. And this like, just got all my heart. Now, find out what he did. I'm gonna talk about it at the end of the video.
making these types of videos, he kept running into one problem, which was the music he was using in the background kept getting copyrighted by the creator. And during an interview with Benny Blanco, David explained that after dealing with this enough times, he ended up deciding to just make his own music instead.
And you never did it before in your life?
Never. I never touched like a DAW, anything. I played instruments. I was in church choir when I was 13.
Did you sing?
I sang. I couldn't sing, but I sang.
So you just literally only made music so you could make a few more dollars.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was it.
And from there, the music slowly became less of a solution for the Fortnite problem and more of an actual thing that people started to pay attention to. His songs that he made started
He sang with SZA. Alright.
spreading and going viral on different social media apps like YouTube and TikTok, and before long, they started to become default songs that people would use in their edits, which led to him being able to reach an entirely wider audience. And as his music kept getting pushed in these different algorithms, he would eventually get his first viral sound, which even I remember hearing in edits.
2.2 million views in 2022.
Now, sadly, I can't play a lot of the actual song unless this video will get copyrighted. However, even from the intro, a lot of you are going to know this song. I mean, on Spotify alone, it garnered over 1.83 billion streams, which is insane. And after having moments like these, his career just started to take off. And within a very short amount of time compared to other artists, David went from making songs for Fortnite montages to becoming an actual artist with a growing fan base. His songs were all over TikTok, his monthly listeners kept increasing, and people were starting to recognize his music even if they didn't know who he fully was yet. And within only like a year or two of him actually taking music seriously, he was already opening for popular artists like SZA, which should tell you how fast everything was moving for him. And for a while, it looked like David's career was only going to keep getting bigger, because not only was he having success in the music industry, his music was also being used in massive shows like Invincible and Arcane. He was also getting attached to major brands, and he even did a collab with Fortnite, which essentially is a full circle moment because that's the game he started on. However, although all these great things were happening to him and all the opportunities that he had lined up in the future, all of this would come crashing down on September of 2025 when police would discover a body hidden in one of his cars.
There was a body found last night in the back of David's car. He's the guy that sings like, "In the back of my mind," but there's a body found in the back of his car. Him and his team haven't said anything about it yet, so I'm a little bit concerned. I feel like he's such a good guy, though. I'm so confused. He just seems so wholesome, and he could sing like an angel. Why would he have a body in the back of his car? Why would he do? The thing is, his car was impounded, like it was at an impound lot, so it wasn't like in his driveway or something. That'd be a little more concerning for his sake. But everyone's immediately saying that David is innocent. Like, oh yeah, he would never do this. But I don't know. People probably said that about Epstein.
Now, when the news first broke, practically everyone...
Both say he said this. He probably said the same thing for Epstein. That is the craziest thing I've heard all day. That's crazy.
Was skeptical because the story sounded almost too insane to be real. David was still actively performing and on tour when everything was first announced, so a lot of people had the idea that this was a false report. You also had streamers and just random people on the internet coming out in his defense because, like I said, this sounded unbelievable.
That is
Situation
horribly.
with David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do
Jason,
it.
really?
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
No, listen.
Yeah,
he
you
didn't do
definitely
it.
would.
He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No. And I'm
So I know a little bit that basically what they were doing, it was building up a bigger case. So I don't know,
gonna
bro.
perform. We're gonna perform on the 20th. Me and David.
Sus in the ween.
Let me do it. I'll make it. So,
Period.
do you think David did it?
What?
Do I think he's a murderer?
Yeah.
Can't rule him out.
Can't rule him out.
Can't rule him out.
Damn. No way. No.
You know what I did think was incredibly soft? I don't
But
know
like,
if it's
how
true.
do you steal a Tesla though?
Huh? Wait, so you think it is him?
No, I
'Cause
don't
how
think
do you
it's
steal
him.
a Tesla?
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
But over the next few weeks and months, as more details started to come out, defending David started to become harder and harder because almost immediately after the story went public, everything around David
It's so zesty, man. What do
started
I
to get
see, bro?
quiet. Shows began getting canceled, his tour dates started disappearing, and eventually, he basically stopped being seen altogether. No comments, no announcements, nothing but silence. And because David wasn't saying anything himself, the internet started filling in the blanks, and that's when the rumor started. Now, at this point, more about the situation had been released from the authorities, and it wasn't sounding good. Apparently, the body that had been in the back of the Tesla had been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Hernandez, and as it turns out, the only reason police had even been alerted to the car was because the Tesla had already been reported as abandoned and it was towed to an impound lot. Then, while it was sitting at the impound lot, workers had noticed a horrible smell coming from the vehicle and called the police. And once the officers searched the car, they had
Imagine working at that spot and you just smell, which smells like it. So they described it as like a rotten smell. Most people describe their bodies as a rotten smell. So just imagine smelling that. That would be insane. Like trying to work and you just, oh my gosh, what is that smell? Yo, nah, I would die, bro. Like that's it, bro. I'm not coming in for the next couple days, bro. If it's like that, no.
found human
No,
remains
can't do that.
inside. And somehow, that Tesla was registered to David.
Then, fast forward to yesterday, and the LAPD identified the body in David's car as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who was reportedly missing from Riverside County in April of 2024 when she was just 13 years old. Her body was described as severe.
13? I mean, yo, 13 is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. R.I.P. Celeste. R.I.P. bro.
Decomposed, and you had NBC News also reporting that the remains were not intact, and it appeared she had been dead for an extended period of time. Right, and as far as how she was identified, the medical examiner noted that the body had a tattoo on the right index finger saying "shh," and a woman claiming to be Celeste's mother contacted TMZ to say she thought it could be her daughter. Right, and then with all that, you had some noting that it appears that David also has a "shh" tattoo
Sir, you have a matching tattoo with a minor? We're going to jail, pal. I'm not gonna lie.
on his finger, and from there, TMZ says that they forwarded the information from the mother to LAPD's homicide division.
Once Celeste's name and age were released, and David was still quiet and saying nothing, the internet raced to figure out who she was and how she could have possibly been connected to him in the first place. And what people found was extremely disturbing. Almost immediately, old photos, Discord messages, TikToks, and comments.
Was that the top of her head? Hold on.
almost Discord
Sir. Yo, he's going to jail. He's done. No, he's cooked, bro. He's cooked. I'm not gonna lie. He's finished. He's fried. Deep fried. I'm not gonna lie. He's done.
messages, TikToks, and comments all started resurfacing that made it seem like Celeste and David had allegedly known each other for a long time. And these weren't just
Since I saw the top, it says since 2023. Blood.
random people making random Twitter posts and theories about the situation, because some of the things that people had been finding had apparently been online for months and years way before the situation even started, and these posts were going viral online. For example, an account by the name of Ingleezy had tweeted on September 17th, which was only like 8 days after the news had been announced, "I have been trying to expose David since 2023," and in the screenshot, he shares a Discord conversation of him discussing with someone else that David only
You want to talk to women from this area? Bro, it's the yes, bro. They're also usually 15 to 16 too. WTF, David is a P. Yeah, bro, you're
with
finished, bro.
someone else, that
You're
David only
finished.
adds underage girls to his Discord's friends list. And the guy reacts,
adds
I'm not
underage
joking
girls.
either. And for those of you that may be a little bit
Mama.
confused, essentially, David had a private Discord server with a bunch of people in it, including Celeste. And when the tragic news first broke about David and the body found in his car, which was apparently Celeste, a lot of people that were in that server started leaking a lot of weird messages that apparently David said, or weird things that David had apparently done while in the server. And there was a lot of evidence as well, with some people from the Discord server dropping whole proof threads of evidence on Twitter supporting the fact that David was guilty of whatever he did and that he had been preying on Celeste for years before that. You also had big Twitter accounts like Fearbuck posting supposed TMZ confirmed screenshots of the singer David paying off some people to keep quiet about Celeste. And here you see in this image of David apparently giving them something. Now, obviously without context to this screenshot, that may sound hard to believe. However,
If you did that to me, I'm scamming him, bro. Yeah, you're getting scammed, bud. Yo, you're getting scammed, bro. You're getting scammed. You're getting scammed. I'm keeping wanting to get home. Yeah, and I'm calling the cops immediately. You're getting scammed, bud.
a video was found on TikTok that was posted 10 months before the Celeste body was found and this whole situation started, of someone saying the same exact thing about this picture, that apparently David was paying them off to keep a secret.
Popular artist got caught giving thousands of dollars to kids.
However, since he used a David song in his background and his video was copyrighted because of it, I definitely can't use the audio in this video. But the point of the video still stands. This TikToker called out David a whole 10 months before the body was found and this whole situation was started. And after the David stuff finally went viral, everyone in the comment section was saying that he was ahead of his time and was confused why this video never went viral back then. A lot of people also started combing through David's song lyrics and found out that he had made a song in December of 2023 that references somebody named Celeste in one of his
Yo, nah, this guy's really, yo, appreciate that song, brother.
songs, with some of his lyrics saying, "Oh Celeste, the girl with the name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes, I hear her voice each time I take a breath, I'm obsessed, oh Celeste, afraid you'll only love."
Yo, she's underage. She's underage. Talk about I'm obsessed. Bud. Yo, take him to jail, take him to jail, take him to jail, take him to jail, take him to jail.
Me when undressed, and yeah, just insane lyrics to allegedly be talking about someone who was underage at the time. But if all of this wasn't crazy enough for someone to believe,
at the time, bro. He passed when she was still underage.
including all of the chat logs and Discord chats that were released, there was another piece of evidence that came out back then that was almost irrefutable, which was an account called Robin River. Now, for quick context, usually on the internet, when something bad happens that involves someone who has a public social media account, the first thing people like to do is go back through their old posts and try to look for some kind of indicator or evidence that they were going to commit said crime. And when randomly scrolling through one of David's old TikTok comment sections, there was one person in the comments that called out the exact alleged crime he would get investigated for a year and a half before it even happened. And that was when Robin River randomly commented on one of David's TikToks and said, "Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl." And this was said February 26th of 2024. And being that everything about David was being revealed in September of 2025, this means that this random person knew about everything that was going on with David multiple years before it was ever announced to the public.
This comment from last year proves David is 100%
Wait, hold on. He might know David or something like that. Maybe. That's just my guess. He might know David or something like that.
guilty. So while people were digging into the David situation, they found this comment by a person named Robin River. At the time of recording, the comment is still up and I can 100% confirm it's real. If you read it, you can see that they knew about David messing around with girls that were not of age all the way back in 2024. Who this Robin person is and how they know this, I don't know, but I will investigate. I'm gonna reach out to them and update you guys if they get back with me.
So obviously, this comment and the entire account blew up all across social media, with this comment before David's account was deleted getting upwards of 150,000 likes, and the account that's obviously a spam account because it has no post or any profile picture gaining over 200,000 followers, with practically everyone wondering who was behind this account. So yeah, when you put all of this circumstantial information together, people online could really no longer defend David. But for the next few months, there still wasn't any major answer from the police. David hadn't been arrested.
I'm joking, that account is not
case
mine.
was still being investigated, and most of what people had to go off of was everything that was being dug up online. But fast forwarding to July of 2026, and we have a lot more information from the courts. So let's go through some of the information. According to the court records, investigators allegedly believe that David first met Celeste through Fortnite and Discord when she was still a child and he was close to adulthood. From
Are we as serious over through Fortnite, bro? The Fortnite bans account straight down the shin. She was still underage.
there, the
Okay,
prosecutors
I'm gonna
say
stop
the
talking, bro. I'm gonna
relationship
stop
continued
talking.
behind the scenes for years while David's music career was getting bigger and bigger. Also, according to the prosecutors, this alleged relationship didn't even stop when Celeste's family tried to intervene. After her parents confiscated her phone, prosecutors claimed that David allegedly paid another student around $1,000 to secretly give her a replacement phone.
No, still how, bro? Why are you falling for this, bro? Like, bro, scam him, keep the money, and never buy the phone. Hey, yo, we're not thinking, bro.
So they could keep
Scam him.
communicating. From there, prosecutors say that the two continued to spend time together throughout 2024, including weekends at his Holiday Hills home and even trips to places like Las Vegas, London, and Texas. But by late 2024, prosecutors say the relationship started to become unstable. And by March of 2025, Celeste allegedly sent David a text message that showed she was clearly unhappy with the situation. And in the message, she allegedly said, "All we do is have sex and just hang out, man. I want more than..."
Right? Yo, what are we doing, bro? No, there's no reason for this dude not to get the electric chair, bro. Actually, throw him in a cell, throw him in solitary confinement, no food, have him soft, swear. I swear.
that for myself. And by April 22nd, David and Celeste reportedly got into a lengthy argument in which Celeste threatens to disclose information about the relationship to end David's career and destroy his life. And I'm pretty sure after that, you can take a guess as to what happened soon after, with her last known to be alive around April 23rd.
To the court filing.
Why is that too close? That's like too close for my birthday, bro. What?
When prosecutors say that the messages between David and Celeste included references to sex, pregnancy, abortion, and
No. She got her pregnant. No, actually. Throw him in a cell. Solitary confinement. Nothing but cold stone, not even a bed. Just an empty box, stone, and have him starved. No light, no nothing. I don't care.
Plan B emergency contraception. This is all extremely important because, again, Celeste was under the age of 14 at the time prosecutors say that this all began. So this is not just evidence of communication. Prosecutors are using these messages to argue that there was an ongoing pattern of abuse, secrecy, and control. The messages
Abuse? She's abusing it underage.
Messages about pregnancy and Plan B show that this wasn't just emotional or online, it was physical.
And the sick thing about this whole situation is the timeline. Because looking at this and seeing when she was reportedly killed, it says that David released an album, he did a radio interview, he did a music video for the song One More Dance, which depicts David placing a bloodied body into the trunk of a car. And
Well, actually, what more evidence do we need, bro? What more evidence do we need? He's guilty. 1,000%, not even 100, 1,000.
a bunch of other events as if his life was just perfectly fine. You can also look at the timeline and see the more sinister things that David ordered during this time period as well. David orders 2 chainsaws on Amazon. David orders a body bag, heavy duty laundry bags, and blue inflatable pool while reportedly using a fake name. And he allegedly ordered a burn cage on Amazon under the same fake name in a plan to incinerate evidence. And all of this stuff is just
Are you
sick.
serious?
They also recovered over 40 terabytes of data connected to the investigation, which contains explicit images and videos involving Celeste, along with what they described as a significant amount of illegal material on his device. And in April of 2026, David was arrested in connection with the Celeste death, booked without bail, and charged with a laundry
I barely
of
have 1
crimes,
terabyte,
like first-degree capital murder, which, if convicted, he potentially faces life in prison or the death penalty. And
No, please give him the death penalty, bro. Freak life. Give him the death penalty. I don't want to hear, I don't want, look at his face. Look at his face.
him being charged with all of this now makes sense as to why he wasn't arrested immediately like everyone was calling for on the internet, and instead arrested months later, even after the internet was releasing tons of convincing information, which was because they had to build a rock solid case that was strong enough to bring these charges. But
No, the case isn't rock. It's steel, bro. There's no way he's gonna know. If he gets out of this case, we need everyone. No, we need his house nuked, bro. Take up his house, take it to like just somewhere nobody cares about. Boom,
But
nuke it.
even with everything the prosecutors laid out, David has pleaded not guilty to the capital murder charge.
How are you gonna plead not guilty, bro? You're cooked. You're cooked, bro. You know, just plead guilty, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Charges, which is kind of crazy to me, being all of the evidence that was laid out. But the case still has to go through the court before anything is officially decided. And I wish this was the last we were hearing about David until we got a guilty verdict. But apparently a couple days ago, a song was released on his Spotify called Marcescence, which refers to something being withered or dead. However, it was quickly removed 8 hours later.
Breaking news, David just released a brand new song while in jail, and we now have the lyrics. I mean, this is absolutely insane. So many people were shocked when they logged on to Spotify yesterday and saw a brand new song from David titled Marcescence, which was then deleted just hours later. The lyrics go, "I hide my face from you, my lies conceal the truth, but what are you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do if you don't have the proof? Who said I even knew?" He then repeats, "I think I know, I think I know." It then goes, "Stop wasting my time whenever you cry. It's so obvious you can't handle what you know you signed up for, and every night as you lay by my side, it's so obvious you can't handle what you know you signed up for." It then ends off with a chorus of him repeating, "I think she knows, I think she knows." And what people found out was that this was actually an unreleased song titled "I Think She Knows," recorded on March 4th of 2025 during the Withered Sessions. It was later leaked on April 20th of this year, and just yesterday it was uploaded to his Spotify under the title Marcescence before being taken down just hours later. We don't know exactly who uploaded it, if it was just on a schedule or if it was someone from his team, but before it was taken down, almost everybody recorded the entire song and the music video.
And obviously, David himself couldn't have
video.
released this song because he's sitting in jail, but it just doesn't make sense how someone from his team would accidentally release a whole song, especially given the circumstances. It's just insane. But yeah, this whole case is disturbing to say the least. I don't know how a human can do that to another human and just
No,
act
that's
like
serious.
everything's normal, or even get in a situation like that to begin with. And hopefully David is found guilty and receives the death penalty. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I'll see
Oh
you guys
my
in the next one.
goodness.
Peace.
That video was crazy. Great video. But, RIP Celeste, David, you need more than a death penalty, bro. You just, they need to kill you, bring you back to life, and do it again. No, 5 more times. For A's, that's how many times you need to do it. But, yeah, RIP Celeste. But why would she even go with this dude, to be honest? Like, why would she follow him? But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment your favorite part. And comment what you think about this David case. And comment videos you want to see me react to. Yeah. Bye!